Hi, Connor Gunn here from Lethbridge News Now. Welcome to the weekly from LNN, where we go over some of the biggest stories from this past week and what you can look forward to this weekend. Lethbridge's police chief, Shaheen Medizadeh, responded this week after the city reported the country's highest crime severity index. He says the numbers don't tell the full story, that the city saw an overall drop in crime by nearly 10%. The city's score, based on the number and seriousness of crimes in 2020, is 138.7, which is slightly down from the year before. He also said that since these stats are from 2020, the numbers in 2021 have not been fully prepared yet, and he is seeing a large decrease in crime over this current year. The province is changing requirements for COVID cases in vaccinated Albertans. Starting today, they are changing rules for quarantine, close contacts, outbreak management, and masking. Dr. Dean Hinshaw says since July 1st, in Alberta, 95% of all COVID cases, 94% of hospitalizations, and 95% of deaths have been from people who were not fully immunized. To see the full changes in COVID restrictions and requirements, go to lethbridgenewsnow.com. Premier Jason Kenney and Finance Minister Travis Toews were in Lethbridge this week celebrating what they call Alberta's culture of resilience. Kenney admits that the economy could take a massive nosedive last year with the pandemic, global recession, and oil price crash, adding that Toews went into panic mode numerous times. However, he believes that the people of Alberta are turning things around, and Kenney knows that businesses are struggling to hire enough staff, which he says he's urging them to tell the federal government to end the COVID support programs. Kenney's presence drew a protest outside of the Sandman Signature Hotel, and Juanita Fisher, a member of the Protect Alberta Rockies and Headwaters and Not Water, Not Coal, says the group wants to see an open pit coal mining stopped since all of Lethbridge's water comes from the Oldman River. She notes that the mines will use tons of water to wash their coal and pollute our water with selenium, which can't be removed. Corey Ray Williams has been found guilty on 7 charges following a 2019 carjacking. Holding a machete to a man's throat, he forced a man to drive him to an ATM and supervised consumption site, then out to the blood reserve. The driver was told to get out of the vehicle as Williams tried to run him over. Williams later ditched the vehicle in Fort Macleod and stole another one. He was arrested in Lethbridge the following day, and a date for sentencing has not been set yet. City Council has approved municipal ballot question on building a third bridge in Lethbridge. In the upcoming municipal elections on October 18th, a question will be posed to the residents of Lethbridge concerning a proposed third bridge across the coulees. It will ask, do you agree that City Council should approve plans to construct a third bridge prior to 2030 as a municipal capital project priority? The cost estimates from 2009 for the bridge were around $142 million. Fort Macleod emergency crews responded to a possible chemical exposure at a local campground last weekend. On Sunday night around 11:30, officers attended the Fish and Game Centennial Park, where following reports of multiple people having trouble breathing, 3 people were taken to the hospital, and the investigation found that they may have been a chemical leak. Although the source has not been determined yet, air quality tests were conducted and the area was eventually deemed safe for the public. Tabor Cornfest organizers are planning for everything with no COVID restrictions. They say that they're especially excited this year as last year's event was cancelled due to the pandemic. With dozens of festivals planned, seeing the live stage entertainment will cap off the weekend perfectly, and Tabor Cornfest runs from August 26th to 29th. Those are just a few of the stories we've been covering this week. To stay up to date on the latest local and regional news, head over to lethbridgenewsnow.com or find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our Lethbridge News Now mobile app. If you have any stories or topics that you'd like us to follow, well, send us a message. Thanks for watching, and tune in next Friday for another edition of The Weekly with me, Connor Gunn. Have a great weekend.